In chapter 22, verse 9, he who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. This verse emphasizes on the fact that we must place the need of others before ours, as God instructs us to reach out and help the neediest and most vulnerable people. For example, this Thanksgiving week, there are a lot of individuals in need who need an extra handout to help them with their Thanksgiving meal. God encourages us to seek out places where we can donate food, money, or our time. On the other hand, in verse 16, he who oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he who gives to the rich will surely come to poverty. According to the NKJV Study Bible, this is one of the last Proverbs of Solomon in his collection, and he deals with social justice. Ultimately, all humans' affairs are in God's hands, even though at times the wicked prosper. God made both the rich and the poor, and he will justly determine their destinies. In verse 22 states, do not rob the poor because he is poor, nor oppress the afflicted at the gate. God demands fairness within government, schools, work environment, churches, city, and state. In our society, the rich runs everything from school system, prison system, political system, to our economic system, etc., etc. The decisions that are made by all of these systems affect the poor drastically, as it is done to have power over the lower class status, which is considered the poor to be the poor. Because if they don't oppress the poor will stand up in power. If they oppress the poor, then their money grows through economic oppression. We can also relate this verse in the spiritual sense, as individual can carry generational curse of poverty and unconsciously believe that they must pass it on to the next generation. That is not the case when God comes to break all the stronghold of generational sins, and poverty is also a stronghold attached to it. You must pray for deliverance from it. The next paragraph, we're going to be speaking about humility versus arrogance. Chapter 22, verse 4. By humility and fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life. Proverbs 21:21. He who follows righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness and honor. This verse is speaking about the haughty and the proud of character. What is being a haughty? The Greek word for haughty is rephanos. This means, according to the Vine Expository Dictionary, showing oneself above others, evil sense of arrogance, and being proud. We need to be careful of how we perceive ourselves and how we perceive others. We find in the Bible that the Pharisees exalted themselves over others and bragged about their deeds or religiosity. They rejected people who they felt were beneath them. God does not value haughtiness or arrogance or pride.